It's really part of my job. This is really what I do.
You take too much pride in your work.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. For Thursday, I'd like you to read pages 302 through 311. And then Friday will be quiz number 3. That will cover everything through chapter 7, including looping. Today, we're going to be talking about the switch statement, which I hope everyone in here will appreciate for its simplicity and just how lazy it lets you be. Yes?
Since it's been a lot of breaks, is there a program that you have, something that I can just practice reminding myself how to different programs, because there's been so many breaks. I'm really nervous about the quiz.
I suppose I could post something to...
Just as a practice?
Yeah, kind of as a practice for the quiz. Sure. I can do that. It's not a problem. All right, you all are probably entirely too old to remember the old text-based games, but this is an example of one of those tests of the game of the Land of Zork. So the prompt reads, you are in a narrow east-west passageway. There is a narrow stairway at the north end of the room. Bloodstains and deep scars mar the wall. Do you want to A, head towards these stairs, whoops, typo there, or B, go around and turn back? So, anybody want to offer? B, turn around and go back. Action B, action result. You turn around and a dwarf appears. He throws his axe at you and cleaves you in half. Game over.
We should go up the stairs. I like this game.
If we go towards the stairs, A, a group of ravenous grooves rush you and eat you up. It is a Kobayashi Maru. There is no way to win this game.
This is not fair. It's funny. You're going to eat those.
As you can imagine, the point of this exercise is to learn how to use the switch statement. Okay. So the way this works is I'm going to have a variable that's going to hold the user choice, and then these lines here, these printouts, are boilerplate and inform the users how to use our program. And then here I am getting information in from the user. So getting a prompt here. And then, let me fix this typo while I'm looking at it. And then here, this is the big piece right here, this switch statement. Okay, so this reads switch on the variable. So switch on this particular thing right here. Okay. Then the first one is case A. That's assuming the user types in that capital A. It will then print out the results of doing part A. And for instance, in my case, I only have one particular line of code. But it will continue printing out lines of code until it reaches this point right here, this line, a break. This break tells it that that case is now done and exit out of this switch statement. Okay. This next one here, case B, so if choice is not equal to A, go down here and check case B. And you can see this, you turn around, the dwarf appears, and again, it will do these statements here until it reaches the break. Now, suppose that we have a dumb user, which, given that they're users, these things happen. And they don't type in an A or a B. Then we hit this default. Okay, this default is a catch-all. If neither case A nor case B hit, we fall into this default. Okay? And so this default then is something that will print out if none of these other items hit, and then you can see the closing curly brace indicating the end of the switch. Okay? The nice thing about switch statements is that they can match multiple items. For instance, here I'm looking for capital A. Your user may end up typing lowercase a. Well, what if we want to check against both of those? Fortunately, with a switch statement, we can do that. Okay, now here what we can do is we can have multiple cases associated with one particular action. For instance, here I've labeled this case grooves because this is the case where the grooves rush up and eat you. And so if the user types in grooves or capital A or lowercase a, it will hit this case and it will go ahead and execute these statements here. It will execute this statement until it hits the break. Okay? Same thing with the part B. If they type in dwarf or if they type in capital B or lowercase b, this particular statement will execute. And then again, I've got my default case. If none of these cases hit, so if they didn't type in capital A or lowercase a, then this default section will then execute. Okay? Any questions over how a switch statement works? All right, good. Your exercise for today is to create what we call the pets page. What you're going to do is you're going to program in 5 different household pets. For instance, a cat. I want you to print out some sort of message. So indicate that you have received what the user types in at the prompt, and then print out some sort of message. So for instance, for cats, it prints out I have 2 cats. If you type in dog, you can type in something else. I also like dogs. So I'd like you to print out an individualized message for 5 different pets, okay, using the switch statement. Yeah, that's right. So, I don't know. So if you type in something that was not on that list, go ahead and print out a default message then, indicating you didn't understand it.
What are the default choices?
Pick them. Pick your own any 5 animals, and the output that you make is whatever you want it to be. So, you know, use your creativity. Enjoy. Have fun with it. Any questions on what I'd like you to do today? All right, good. Go ahead and get started.